Welcome, teachers. After you've built an assignment, most teachers turn directly to the assessment. How do I grade this assignment in the most clear, cohesive way possible? And for many teachers, that means that they turn to rubrics and the standards that they use on those rubrics. Well, Canvas recognizes that most teachers turn to rubrics and have adopted them inside their assignments feature. So teachers can create rubrics that match their assignments and build quality course content for them and get information back to their students quickly and easily. Come join me as we discuss Canvas rubrics and how they can change how you assess and do assignments on Canvas. All right, teachers. To build a rubric, first identify your assignments tab in Canvas. It's easiest to build a rubric connected to an assignment, so that's where we're going to start. We're going to use our sample assignment from another video and go ahead and click into it. Before we click edit, we are going to go down to the bottom and there's a plus rubric button. Once we click that, we're going to be in the rubric screen and we can start building our rubric. The first thing that we're going to want to do is add a title to it. For simplicity's sake, we're going to call it the assignment and rubric. Now after that, we can go ahead into our criteria and we hit the pencil and we can start changing what our criteria are. In this case, I'm using just spelling, and I can add a longer description that will also be given to our students. So it's really important to both put the description and a longer description for our students to see. Go ahead and hit update criterion, and now we can change the points. Over on the left-hand side, change it to whatever you would like it to be. Now we can subdivide those points from 10 and 0 to 5 or even further if we want to, and by clicking the pencil again we can change what that criteria and that point value means, in this case partial good spelling. We can also change the full credit points to be exactly what we want the students to see, so in this case good spelling throughout. Go ahead and always make sure you hit update rating and you're going to be all set. If we want to add a second criterion, either we can duplicate one or add a new one. Just go ahead and click the new criterion at the bottom, and I'm going to add MLA format as this new criterion. Again, I can subdivide it if I'd like, or I can go ahead and jump down to the bottom and start adding the other options for a rubric. In this case, we can either freeform comments, which means that the rubric will be there and the students can see it, but we will just be adding comments as we go throughout. Or we can go ahead and use this rubric for assignment grading down below. This means that the rubric becomes a click box that the teacher can click on while they're in the speed grader and assign point values as you go forward. This is the most valuable way to use a rubric within Canvas because it makes grading quick and efficient for you as a teacher. Once you're done with that, go ahead and click Create Rubric and it attaches itself to the assignment. The rubric is then allowed to be used in other assignments as well, but know that it starts out being attached to the assignment that you're working with. We can see that it worked by going into the speed grader. I'm in my speed grader under my test student, and I'm going to go ahead and see that View Rubric button right there below my grade. I can click on the different criteria and the point values, and then it'll be inserted once I hit Save as a point value into my assessment. Down below, if I want to leave comments still, I can click Add a document, I can do a media comment, or I can use speech to text to record a comment for my students. It's very valuable to both give rubric feedback and other feedback for your students. Now, once you're done with that, folks, we can go and see all the other rubrics that we've created in the class by going back to our home page, locating our rubrics button, and clicking on it and seeing our rubrics that we've previously created in the course. Notice I've made 2 so far, but we can all go ahead and add more rubrics if we'd like. Return to the rubrics page if you'd like to edit or revise any of your previous rubrics, or to create new ones that you're going to use across multiple assignments. Thanks so much for your time, and get using rubrics.